Joining us from. Can you hear me? Hello? Can anybody hear me? Uh, So welcome back to the class, and I hope you're having an amazing day. So if you're just joining the class for the very first time, kindly just send me a message where you're joining us from the comment section. Okay, amazing. Can see Jonathan. Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, good morning. Lolai, good morning. I don't know if I got that right. Vera, yes, yeah, okay, so that's fine. So if you're just joining us for the very first time in this class, just go to the chat box, text us where you're joining us from this morning. My bad, the days we're almost in midday already, so and it's a little bit chilly. How is your weather like in your environment there and where you're joining us from? Okay. The Dextric said, yes, it's my first time. I'm joining from Lagos. That's nice. That's amazing. Mary, you're joining us from Turkey. It's your first time. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Devon, first time from Lagos. Okay, Vera is telling us that weather is warm. So that's very nice. That's very, very nice. So on the last class, I don't know how many of us here were okay. I can still see Vera was here too on the last class. In the last class, we talked about introduction to Python, how to install Python, and we all know that it was very engaging. And if you don't have Python yet installed on your computer, Buma is going to drop the link in the comments, so you get the links as soon as possible for you to be able to install Python and get ready before this class we're having now. So, and I want us to talk a little bit about AI before we even start our class. Um, how many of us here really use AI, and what tool do you use? What AI tool do you use? Go to the chat box, type, let me see what kind of AI tools you use on a regular basis, probably for work, probably to just make some pictures up or videos, or just to put some text together. Let me see in the chat box. Okay, Mary said chat GPT. Okay, I can see Flexi. Flexi is telling us DeepSeek and Gemini. That's impressive. Okay, okay. Wow, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. So literally everybody knows AI is the future now, and you have to be at the forefront. Yeah, that's amazing. I use ChatGPT and Gemini Vera. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. So, are we aware of this little competition going on between ChatGPT and DeepSeek? You know, DeepSeek is a Chinese company and ChatGPT is an American company. So, can anybody just in the comment section just let us know if they are aware of the competition going on between DeepSeek and ChatGPT? Okay. Lolia said ChatGPT, Leonard AI. Okay, okay, that's what she uses. Okay. Also is aware. Okay, that's amazing. So basically, right now, AI has made life easier than before. AI has made things so easy that you can automate a reasonable part of your life so you can maximize your potential. You can use AI for different sectors in your business, in your daily life, arranging your schedule, trying to do everything. And here you are going to learn the rudimentals, how you can create and modify AI machines. So basically, okay, okay. Felix is telling us DeepSeek seems to be more accurate than ChatGPT. Hmm. Okay, that's very interesting. But my own point of view is just that there are different machines. They are trying to do similar things. It's just the company's perspective of how they view information or data. But that's very good insight on Felix. All right, so that's nice. That's nice. So today we'll be talking more about Perceptron. But before I go back, I think this DeepSeek and ChatGPT competition is really, really engaging in this chat room. That's interesting. Bonzo is telling us DeepSeek is not generative AI and it cannot provide video. Okay, but don't forget that DeepSeek is still in the early stages. They are still trying to, it's not totally ready yet. Yeah. So let's go to the point of today. And please hope most of you have done your 21 days challenge because that is very important for you to, move to the next step easily, for you to move ahead and understand what we're doing here. Okay. So if you have not done that, please make sure before the end of today, make sure you submit it. Everything you'll be needing is already in the WhatsApp community. And once again, we have migrated to Telegram. So kindly go to the community, look for the link to the Telegram and migrate so that everything will be done systematically. Telegram is giving us a better advantage on sharing links and having more people in the community. Okay. So basically today's class we'll be talking more about Perceptron, and I'm very sure you would love the class because this our trainer is like the one of the top tier trainer we have in Transformation College, and there's a way he delivers in previous classes that he has taken us. It's so interesting, so tantalizing. I'm sure you will be so impressed by the time you're done with the class, eh? But let me introduce our amazing, charismatic, intellectual programmer, Mr. Olugbenga Ajewole. Mr. Benga, are you here? Okay, I think he's still trying to join us up in the class. Okay. So now how many of us here have done the 21 day challenge? If you have, just go to the chat box and send a message. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Let me see how many of us have done the 21 days challenge for the first class. Hope everyone can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Please kindly confirm if you can hear me properly. Okay, amazing, amazing. So Vera is saying, yes, I'm true with it. Felix, yes. Honesty, not done. You need to get it done. Adiza say we can hear you. Okay, okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. David, David has also done the 21 days challenge. Okay. Okay. Lovett said, I'm hearing you for the first time. Okay, okay. Due to some issues. Okay. Okay, okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Lawrence, not done. Okay, and step 34, Hadiza. Okay, keep it up. Make sure you do it. Make sure you finish it up. That's amazing. Oh, 34. Okay. 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 That's very amazing. So while we wait for our trainer to join the class, oh, just give me a moment and let me share something. Okay, I'm still trying to, I think. Okay, I'm sharing the link to the 21 days right now. Okay, that's been shared. Okay, okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right. So I need to know how many of us are really ready for this class? Because for this class, you have to have some very small things, but you need it to be there so you can literally follow us step by step, like as if we are holding your hand to write, you know. You need a very stable internet access, you need a computer, and you need a notepad. Because sometimes you might not really want to put everything on your computer, you just want to write something down. But mostly you will need your computer for the programming language. Yeah, so if you have your computer active and your notepad beside you and a very stable network, and just type yes, I do. Yes, I do in the comment section. Let me see. Let me see how many of us are actively ready for today's class. Okay, okay, amazing. Okay, mine. Yes, I do. Okay, that's very amazing. Okay. John, yes, I do. Okay. Okay. That means everybody's ready for today. Yeah, that's amazing. We're about to jump into it. But before we do, can anybody really just say a word or two about what you really got from last class if you were in the last class? Anybody from the last class? Just a statement or two, or you can unmute and just give us one or two things you learned from last class. Nobody, nobody's picking up. Do you want me to call names? Okay. Um, Lolia, can you hear me? If I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Can you hear me? Can you? Okay, let me see. Okay. Can you just unmute your mic and were you in the last class first of all? Okay.
Yes, I was in the last class. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you just give us a little like one or two things you learned from the last class?
One thing I took home or that got to me is that despite the fact that AI has come to help us, there are limitations to AI. The AI can give wrong information to us, so we have to always check the source of the information, always do a recheck because AI can make mistakes.
Okay, okay. That's true. That's true. That's amazing. Thank you very much. That was
And I also
okay. I'm listening. I'm here with
yes,
you.
the importance of AI in our daily lives or in different areas of life, like in healthcare and finance, in education and every other area. AI is important. We can enhance our capabilities, human capacity, and to help the things that we have to do maybe faster than we would have done them.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your insights.
Thank
Now let me introduce our trainer, Mr. Benga, Mr. Olugbenga Ajewole into the class. Let him take over from here. Mr.
Hello,
Benga,
guys.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah,
C- Can you hear me, guys?
yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's a beautiful morning today. I mean, it is nice to have everybody on the call today. And my name is Olugbenga Ajewole. Good morning. Good morning, Emmanuel. Um, it's nice to have you on the call. And I hope you had the best week so far. Well, um, let's not delay the reason why we're here, let's just get started. Let's jump into it right away. I will start by sharing my entire screen. I believe you can still hear me. Good morning, Benga. Hi, hello, Lovett. Hello, hi. It's good to have you here this morning. Good morning. I believe everybody can still hear me and you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen, please? Okay, yes, yes. All
Yes,
right.
yes, screen.
Okay. Thank you. Moderator, please. In the person of Adedamola, please. I'd like you to allow these people to speak when I, request for them. So I will want this class to be interactive as possible. So everybody will have the opportunity to answer at any point in time when called upon. All right.
All
Okay.
right.
So our topic for today is machine learning. You see, I was before I go into machine learning, because you know the process and all of that, I want you to understand that why most of our people find it difficult to comprehend a new language. Everything you're learning in the internet space, they are new language. So you can see them like maybe you're trying to learn what's it called, French. You know how difficult that would be at your exact age. Do you understand? So now you're learning a new language, which is machine learning, and that language we use there is Python, right? Python is the programming script we use for machine learning, widely used for machine learning. There we use R as well, but we'll not go into that. We'll focus on the widely adopted higher programming language, which is Python, right? So why people find it difficult to understand this language is because they are trying to memorize or cram them, right? The the best thing you can do for yourself is relate this language to your daily life. All right. When you relate this language, I mean, it is just English. They are English. The terminologies are in English, right? You understand that this variable you're calling, everything you're doing on this language, the language and everything, they are just normal English. Just break it down to your own understanding, break it down to your native. That is what I do say. Break it down to your native, and then you see it is easy to comprehend. It is easier to understand that way. All right. So now that being said, I created this material with that in mind. Okay. Everything in this material is broken down to native. Right. I will be citing some examples where you can relate to. All right. So it is going to be an interactive section, and if you feel like the native I still break it down to is not native in enough, then you still call my attention to it. All right, we still break it more and more simpler. All right. Okay. So now, I joined the call when I was hearing someone. Sorry, Adidamula, can you tell me who that was? So she was telling us what machine learning is, what she understands by machine learning, right? Who was
Yes,
that, please?
I think that was Lolia. Yeah, Lolia was the one.
Lolia. Oh, okay. Hi, Lolia. It was a great one. I mean, your explanation was amazing. I love it. All right. Okay, but I will still have to like tell you what machine learning is, because it's collected here in my materials. All right. So machine learning. Let's go on the agenda. What we'll be talking about on the agenda now. Introduction to machine learning. Right. What is the definition of machine learning and its significance. Right. The key concepts, understanding data, that is two, understanding data in machine learning, the importance of data quality, all right, and three, choosing the right algorithm. Okay, we have supervised learning, we have unsupervised learning, and we have reinforcement learning. Okay, we will touch down on all of this. There are no, the terminologies, the supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. You know what it means when we go more deeper into them. Okay, so and the fourth one, the machine learning workflow, which will like train our model, right, to do certain tasks for us. Okay, I'll show you the workings and all of that, and then we can, we can work with that. All right. So, firstly, I have my um, assistant trainer, will I say, or co-trainer. I won't use assistant, right? A co-trainer on the call, in the person of Kwabena. Kwabena, are you on the call? Are you on the call? Please signify that you're on the call, please.
Yeah, yes, please. I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Hello.
Please, can you unmute Kwabena for me, please? Make him co-host anything. Okay. I'm not hearing you, Kwabena. So that is Kwabena. I don't want
Oh,
to, use
yeah.
most of our
Hello.
time.
So,
Okay.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, sure, sure.
So that is Kwabena. Is from Ghana. Is a guru in this aspect of GRC, IT GRC, and all of that, which is a professional as well in automation and all of that. So he will be my co-trainer. And that being said, it will be assistant. Now I want everybody, because the project, this class, right, it is going to last for, now this is just me taking you through what you are going to do for the next 1 month. In we have a Telegram group. I believe everybody is there already. So this is to take you through what will be done throughout that 1 month. All right. So I don't know, maybe I will ask with the moderator or the organizers, to maybe we can have a two section, because machine learning is a really core concept when it comes to automation, right? You have to understand it to the core. So I don't know, maybe the organizers might even give us like 2 days out of the month. We can come on call again, maybe explain some concepts. If we're finding it difficult, we'll talk to that. We'll get back to you on the Telegram group if that will be possible. But today we'll be covering everything, and the link to start the next phase of this will be sent to us as well. Okay, so Kwabena, I would need you guys, because your assignments in this class, you'll be having assignment, you'll be submitting assignment every week. All right, so I will want everybody to create a GitHub account. Let me put the link into the chat room. So that is the repository. That will be your repository for every project that you will be working on. GitHub. So that is just there. You just maybe I should put the https dash dash github.com. All right. Okay, just click on the link. It will take you to, when you click on this, it will take you to a GitHub interface where you will okay, this is my own interface. Let me use a new one. All right. So it will take you to this interface where you need to sign up, right? It is easier to sign up. You can just sign up with your Google account, and then you sync the two together, right? So that is for GitHub. We'll continue with that. Please make sure you're doing that right now. Okay. Please, Kwabena, ensure that they all send us their GitHub repository, GitHub link, right? Their profile to the GitHub account. Okay. All right, let's get to the item of today. Now, I've state I've stated the agendas. Let's talk about machine learning. Okay, what is machine learning? Introduction to machine learning. So, machine learning enables computer to perform tasks by learning from data. Now, mark the word data, right? Instead of being explicitly programmed. Unlike traditional programming, what programmers do before machine learning, before the idea of machine learning, where programmer writes specific instructions, machine learning algorithms identify pattern in data and make decisions based on learned knowledge. These acts transformed varieties of industry from healthcare and finance to e-commerce, and like machine learning is everywhere. It is everywhere. Now, the term machine learning, what does it really means? How can we relate it to our daily life, right? So imagine something, right? For you as a person, when you were starting out, I said you should mark this word data. Everybody, are you still there? Let me see. Are my people still on the call? Can you still hear me? Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So I said you should mark this word data. All right. Now, when you're growing up, starting life out as, maybe in your primary school or something, when you still don't know what ABC are in particular. In school, I remember in school, in my own primary days, they go about A for apple, B for ball, C for, and that is how we encode all this ABC, right? I know straight up when I get home, those times I believe so, because I can't remember vividly, but I believe that when maybe I can say from the kids nowadays that I see growing up, I see that when they get home from school, you won't even ask them anything. They will start singing A for apple, B for ball, right? Now in school, they were showing it to us, A for apple. But now, if I ask you, B is for what? Instantly, you can tell me that B is for ball. All right. So that is in the concept. Now, look at it in the concept of machine learning. Okay. Machine, which is computer, you provide data, right? Data, which is the A for ball, B for apple, and all of that. Okay. You're training that machine to learn from A for ball, B for. Now you are the machine. Let's say you are the machine, and A for apple, B for ball is the data. Now you train yourself, or maybe someone trained you. Now that is where we'll go to supervised learning and unsupervised and reinforcement learning. All right, I will explain the concept when we get there. Right now, your teacher. Let me just explain it. Let me bring it in real quick. Your teacher is a supervisor. That is supervised learning, right? You have a guide. Someone is guiding you that you should go like this. This is A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, right? So that is them taking you through the steps of what's it called? Your primary school life cycle, telling you that this is how A should go, this is how B should go. And then when you're grown now, now I'm using you as a machine. Let's say the machine is now grown to understand a, the thing itself, to think for itself. Now, if you ask the machine, maybe your name is machine, sorry. Now, if you ask machine, what is A? It will tell you A is for apple. What is B? B is for ball. Now you want to go more complex. You want to say what is K? K is for key or something, right? So that is, I'm not currently even thinking about it, but they are coming to me because I've learned this. I've been supervised on this. There was a structure back then that I followed. So that is machine learning. All right. Now bringing that concept into machine learning, that is machine learning. Okay. So now I will cite an example. All right. Imagine you have a pet dog. You have a pet, which is a dog. Now, if you see other dogs on the street, if you see another dog on the street, will anybody have to tell you that this is a dog? Automatically, because you have that, you can tell that, yeah, this is a dog, of course, yes. Okay. And that is because you've seen dogs, you can relate to them, you know that, yes, this is a dog. So in a simple term, machine learning teaches computer to recognize pattern and make decision based on data. All right, please, I'd like you to have a writing materials if possible. Okay, some of these things I'm going to say is not collected, but it helps you to remember, certain things. All right, I'm breaking a complex a complex language into its smallest molecule. All right. So in simple term, machine learning teaches computer to recognize pattern and make decision based on data. Okay. Now, how do machine learn? Want to know how machine learn? Let's just go through the material we have, whether we realize it or not. Machine learning is everywhere. It is all around us. It is something we've been using or that we're not even conscious of, right? From the auto lock brake system in cars, from the autopilot technologies in airplane, from our smart speakers like Alexa. We use for iPhone. There's Siri. We use Google Assistant, for recommendations of movies, from to the recommendations of movies on Netflix. When you watch a similar movie, Netflix will recommend. We tell you, oh, okay, based on what you watched, this is a movie I feel like you might be interested into. All right, that is machine learning. They use an algorithm there, right? Without their own algorithm, they know that, yeah, okay, this is what you like. Let's give you another one. Maybe you will like it. Okay. So that is what it has been all around us so far, which we did not, notice or pay attention to. It is machine learning is like it's a fundamental part of our daily lives. It is everywhere. Okay. Now we cannot talk about machine learning without talking about autosamo. Like you cannot even look at anywhere on the internet and not talk about autosamo. And what come about machine learning? It was just this man actually, autosamo in 1959. And what happened? He was playing checkers. Can you believe it? Just game of checkers. And he was like, okay, it is a pre-move. Like checkers is just when you move like this, you know that you cannot go like this. Why am I stressing myself? What if I can teach a system or a computer to do this thing, give the computer a written instruction of all possible scenarios, how the game might end, and then teach that to a computer. Maybe computer will be able to recognize pattern in those instructions. So that was what has been building on, and his own idea is, what if computer could infer the instruction on their own instead of being explicitly programmed. All right, am I still on the call, guys? I guess I am. Hello, Richard.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Now, traditional versus machine learning. How we do it traditionally versus how we do it, how machine learning does this thing. So I'll take us through traditional very soon, but I still want us to understand the concept. We'll come back to this part very, very soon. All right. Because we have not touched down on most parts of machine learning. So that is why we have to like come back on this. Okay. So, but the traditional way is, a programmer just trying to write code to do a certain things, to do a repetitive task. You're trying to carry out maybe your daily task. Now you are trying to write, you're writing the code over and over again, telling the code to do the same thing. But machine learning is just simple. Teach that thing to machine, right? Train your model to do that thing, and then boom, you have that everything laid out properly, and then you just relax while machine do the work for you. Okay, that is what came about. Um, what is it called again? This popular ChatGPT. We have a lot of fundamentals AI out there. They call it generative AI now, which it has always been called fundamental models, right? So, but it is a generative AI model and all of that. Okay. So now steps. How do machine learn? How do machine really learn? Now, the first thing which I said you should pay attention to here, yeah, I said from data. Now, machine learning enable computer to perform tasks by learning from data. Okay. So now let's go. Let's check on how do machine really learn. Now, machine learn in just three steps. That is all. They learn in just 3 steps. Now, these steps, like I said, this material was broken down with you in mind, with the basic, so that you can understand this in your native. When I'm using the terminologies for collecting data, that I'll be using another words here. When I'm using training a model, when I'm using making prediction, that is training a model. That's where we talk about the linear regression and co. Collecting our data, how we fine tune our data. That is where we talk about Panda. All right, which we'll touch down on. But I'm trying to build our basic understanding on how we train a machine, how we can tell a machine to do a particular task. Okay. Now, the first thing is we collect data. Data is essential. Data is everything. Without data, now let's dig down to the ABC as cited earlier. Okay. Now, ABC, it is like it has been there. Any kid that is going to school today, they will still teach that kid A for apple. You see, every kid, no matter who you are, they will still teach you A for apple. Here in Nigeria, I don't know over there. Okay. Here in Nigeria, we do A for apple, B for ball. That's how we, you know, code all of these things. Okay. So now, any kid, they will still, so there is a pre-made data. There's a data on ground already, which is A for apple, B for ball. So that's the data. It has always been there. All right. If there's maybe after Z, there's any other, after you do your A to Z, maybe there's any other what's it called? Any other alphabet. Then when they add it, it will still be added onto that data like a continuation. Okay. So data is essential. It is needed in machine learning. That's what you use to train your machine. When we're training a model on the core, you will understand the whole angle very well. Okay. Now, the number two is you train a model. Okay. So now, machine learning, you've collected your data, you have your data on ground. You now want to train that machine to do certain tasks. So we refer to that process as model. Now you're training that machine, you're using that data to train that model to do what you want. Okay. Now we have making prediction. That's the next thing. Okay. In every life cycle of machine learning, the purpose of machine learning is to make prediction, is to predict the unforeseen outcome, right? Why we are training models is because we want to predict the future. It's because we want to tell what is going to happen next. Okay. So that is making prediction. Okay. Let's continue with what we have now. Step two, right? Uh, I don't know why I put step two here. It should not be step two. It should still be, it should stand on its own as the importance of good data. Okay, why do you need good data? Why do you need unbiased data? Okay, I believe everybody is familiar with an Excel sheet, right? You've seen an Excel before. Everybody, you've seen an Excel sheet before.
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay, yes, Lawrence. Okay. Lawrence, so I will ask you this question. Excel, on Excel sheets, what are these two sides to Excel? Well, okay, what I mean by that is, Excel has rows and column. I just answered what I wanted to because I feel like I'm not putting it correctly. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, somebody already answered that. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so that is what I was hoping to hear. Okay, we have rows and column. And rows in what? In numbers, and we have columns in what? In alphabet. Or let me pull up an Excel sheet right now. So we have this. Can everybody still see my screen very well? Let me. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see your screen. I can see your screen.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So we have rows. We have rows. These are rows, right? And we have columns. I know this is like basic. I'm not even trying to teach you now, all right? This is basic. I'm not trying to teach you. I'm just trying to like cite an example, okay? Because it is essential for our data when we are like in the pre-processing mode. In the pre-processing mode, what is that? Okay, in the pre-processing mode, before feeding data to machine, we'll make sure we want to remove errors. All right, either blurry image. Now that brings us to types of data, right? We have structured and unstructured data. That is not collected here. But because of blurry image, you'll be like, is image data, right? Is what I'm saying right now, the voice, you hearing me and then our voice into the through the internet, is it a data, right? Now we have structured and unstructured data. You see, the collection of this in rows and column, this being properly aligned, we have row one, which is we have area as the header, and then we have the numbers, the area square meters, which is 120, and so. We have bedroom, which is so. We have this. These are structured because we know that after area, this is what is next. After price, this is what is next. Okay. So these are structured, and we know that under area we have 120, we have this, we have this, we have this, we have no value. Okay. After in the column of bedroom, we have this. These are structured, a properly structured data. Okay. So that is our structured data. Now, when you talk about unstructured data, it is now we can set example of what I'm saying right now. It is unstructured. There is no rows and column involved. All right. There's no rows and column. I'm just saying things. I'm not picking it from a structured. I'm not saying okay, it is on this table. I'm picking from. Align a table for me. Let me talk into this table. All right. So it is like scattered, unstructured. It is not organized. Okay, that is unstructured data. And under unstructured data, we have images, right? We have voice notes, we have any other type of data being collected. Okay. Images like you don't have numbering on images that says okay, for this image this is how it is. I mean, images are just scattered on the internet. You can go on the internet and pick any image anytime you want. Okay, so that is unstructured data. So now that is pre-processing, data pre-processing. That's why we went to the unstructured and structured data, so that you understand why we have blurry image here. Okay, so before feeding data to a machine to avoid bias, your data being giving you non-values and all of that, you firstly want to remove errors. You want to fill in missing values. Look at these values. There's a missing value here. Okay, you want to fill this in. All right, and then you want to transform your data into a useful format. This is not properly formatted. In my case, look at this. It is unformatted. You see, this one is coming like this, where there is k. This has the zero values, and this is represented by k. Okay, so we have two here. They are not consistent. We have none here. We have non missing values here. So these are all the things you want to check out in your data. So to avoid bias when teaching a language to do something, it is like in the matter of my ABC. All right, when I was doing my ABC. Now let's say I now say A for apple, B for plantain. Is that not disorganized? I mean, the kid will grow up now, he will be like B for plantain. Just imagine if let's say you are the teacher, and then I went home to meet my mom after the day, and I'm like A for apple, B for plantain. What do you think my mom would do to you as a teacher? right? So that is some things we want to avoid um, when dealing with our data. Okay, so let me go ahead. So that is importance of good data. So to avoid our models giving us a accurate result of what we want. Okay, now choosing the right algorithms. Let's talk about choosing the right algorithms. What are algorithms? Let's talk about them here. They are what I talked about earlier, the supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Okay, so choosing the right one we want to use. We can use supervised learning to train our model. We can use supervised algorithm rather. We can use unsupervised algorithm, and we can use reinforcement learning. Okay, are we still on the call? Are you guys with me? Uh, Adiza,
Yes, I can
Adiza
hear
Aruna,
you.
please unmute Adiza Aruna. I want to be involved in this. The funny emoji. I want to know.
She can
Please help me
unmute.
to unmute.
She can unmute.
Okay. All right, Adiza, please unmute. Let me be involved. Gist me. What is going on? Is it? Hello, Adiza.
No, sir. It's when you said that A is for apple. So I was just thinking the kind of beating
Oh,
that A is for apple beating that
okay.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for letting me on the joke. Yeah, that is true, right? You can attest to that. You just imagine. Okay. So yeah, let's go back. Okay, that is very kind. Felix, that is amazing. I could see you've dropped your GitHub account. That is amazing. Please, everybody do the same. Um let's do what Felix just does. Okay. So let's now supervised learning, right? That is what when I talked about the structured data, if you remember, I talk about supervised learning as a structured data. The computer is given a label data, which is like exactly the Excel file we had, right? Telling the machine to learn from this. There's a row and column. This is a way to go about it. It is like you're having a teacher, right? A teacher supervising you, telling you what to do at every point in time. It has a label data. Okay, you have a teacher in this and the concept of our ABC, A for apple, and all of that. There's a teacher on the chalkboard or on the blackboard. I don't know which board you used growing up, but me, it was chalkboard. So they will all they can and they're like A for apple, B for ball, and all of that. Okay, there is like a structured way the teacher is taking us through the process. Okay, that's supervised learning. What we were doing then, we were being supervised on learning. Okay, now we have unsupervised learning. That is where we have no teacher. We can do whatever we can do, whatever we want to do. Okay, let me talk about the example here. We have teaching a machine to recognize spam emails by showing it example of spam and non-spam emails. Okay, so there's like a list of spam emails, an Excel sheet. For an example, we can say an Excel sheet that has spam emails, that has an header of spam emails and another header of non-spam emails, right? So, and we list all of our spam emails here. We list all of non-spam emails here. And we're telling for this in the supervised learning, we're telling machine to like learn from it. Know that because there's an header, we can tell it that okay, for this header, these are spam, and for
Benga,
this
Benga,
non-header,
we are
these are
still
not.
seeing your PowerPoint slide. Are you still on the PowerPoint slide or you on another space?
I'm back on my PowerPoint slide. Please, can you see this? I'm navigating through my computer right now.
Yes, I can see you navigating,
Yes.
Can you
yes.
see this? Okay, all right. Okay, I showed this earlier. Did you see when I type out this?
No, we were only seeing your PowerPoint slide. So
Okay. All right. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Okay. So for the spam and non-spam, how data identify that with supervised learning, there is like a row and colon, a row rather, sorry, a colon that has this as an header. We have spam emails as an header and non-spam emails as an header. So now for spam emails, we've listed all the varieties of spam emails. Everything is being collected here. Okay, and for non-spam emails, we have everything to on this side of the on this side of like every identity spam emails. Every emails are spam, are non-spam emails rather. They are collected here, and every spam emails are collected here, right? They can be of thousands of rows, how many you want to collect, depending on how many you want to collect. All right. So now you send that to you use that as a data, you use it to train a model. That is, you're supervising the model. You're telling it that you're guiding the model that this is spam emails and these are non-spam emails. So learn from this and learn from this. Okay. Now you can now sort through which one. When I provide you with an example next time, you can now tell me that yes, this is a spam emails. All right. You can now tell me that no, this is not spam emails, depending on the example I provide to the machine after using supervised learning algorithm. Okay. Now, unsupervised learning algorithms, it is like we were doing ABC without the teacher when we were in school. There is no teacher on the board. We just wake up on our own, and then we feel like, oh, okay, this should look like A, this should look like B, and then we started sorting things out ourselves. Started adding A, that A should be for apple. That B, because B is at the back of ball, it should be for ball. Because C is at the back of cat, C should be for cat, right? That is unsupervised. We are learning this by ourselves without a teacher, all right, to teach us how to go about it. Okay. Now, for that is for that an example, we have Netflix recommendation movie based on viewing patterns. Okay, because you viewed a romantic comedy, maybe you watched your Netflix and you're streaming a romantic comedy. The next one, I bet with you that you're going to see next will be the next prompt that will, the next suggestion that you will have will be a romantic comedy video as well, right? Something related to the specific things you have that you just watched. Okay. And well, the next one we have is reinforcement learning. Okay, that is when machine learn through rewards and penalty, like video games. It is like trial and error. You fail, you pass. Is it that you fail or you pass? Okay, if you fail, learn from that mistake, continue. Right? If you fail again, learn from that mistake, continue till you pass. And if you pass, learn from that mistake and continue. So they are mostly in the reinforcement are mostly used in video games. But today we'll be using supervised learning for our algorithm to train our model. Okay. So now let's go to um, supervised learning. We have decision tree, neural network, and all of that. I've broken that down here, so I won't be talking much on it. I won't be the unsupervised k-mean clustering is group data into cluster. I don't want to complicate things, but that is the basic understanding. You will have this material as well to go through them if you need. Now, this is an interactive section this is just a short interactive section. Let's have this. Now, for email spam, guys, are you there? Everybody, I might call on you anytime. So to answer
Yes,
this
yes.
question, right? For email spam detection, what algorithm are we going to use? Are we going to use are we going to use supervised learning, unsupervised learning, or reinforcement learning? According to what I just said, guys. Anybody? Aruna, let me call on you, please. Aruna,
Reinforcement. Reinforcement
Aruna.
learning.
Yes? Who is that?
Reinforcement learning.
Reinforcement learning.
Ajewole.
Is that?
Ajewole.
Sorry, what's your name? Arowolo. Hi, Arowolo.
Ajewole.
Okay, Arowolo said reinforcement learning. Okay, thank you, Arowolo. Mute your mic. Let me
Okay.
call on another
Hello.
person. I think somebody said no. Somebody has something to say. Somebody said no. No, I had no for an answer. I had no for an answer.
I think
Where
it's
is it? Where is it? Where is it?
supervised learning.
Benson think it is supervised learning.
No,
Okay,
I'm
why do you
saying
think
it,
it's supervised?
it is supervised learning
Yeah?
because it's the
What do you say?
I say it's a supervised learning because the system has been
It
trained.
is.
Yes, the system has been trained to use such the data.
So like just like what we had earlier on supervised
Earlier,
learning
exactly.
that I was explaining earlier, that was
Mm.
here we have learning example of spam and non-spam emails. Okay. Here we have example of spam and non-spam emails. Okay, which that is correct. It's a supervised learning approach. It is not a reinforcement approach. All right, Arolo.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Benson. Thank you. Now, Netflix movie recommendation. Arolo, please answer that. Netflix movie recommendation. What type of algorithm? Netflix, you're on the platform. You're just sorting through movies. Like maybe you watched one and then they are trying to recommend another one for you. What algorithm are they using there? Arolo, are you there?
Hello. Yes.
Okay.
Now, from the explanation, I will suggest, not suggestion. The answer is going to be, this is going to be also a reinforcement. It's not going to be supervised. This is reinforcement. There are no algorithm they are going to use because they will have planned it down already based on what is there. It's what the system will pick the time the movie will be showing. Am I communicating, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, I can hear you. I think his internet just disconnected for a bit, so let's just exercise patience while he reconnects back. Hello, hello, can anyone hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay,
Hello.
all right, so we'll just wait. I think we had a network issue just now, the break. So we need to just hold on a few minutes. So let him just reconnect back and we can resume the class.
Okay, so while we're waiting for him to join the class, I mean, we can have a little interaction, right? So far, can I hear in the chat room so far? How has today's class been? We are yet to get into the practical side of things, and I am so much anticipating for that session because that's where we now get our hands, if it's for engineers, you know, who work on cars, they would say that's where we get our hands dirty, right? So, all right, so how has today's class been?
It's
Yeah, I know,
it's
Hadiza, you can't wait, right?
intensive.
Likewise me, I
Intensive.
can't wait.
So intensive.
Right? I know, I can't wait for that session.
Intensive.
Okay.
Very intensive.
Yes, let me hear from all of us. All right, interesting.
Very, very
Okay.
interesting.
Great, great, great. All right. So, and I believe, if not everybody on the call, I believe we all have our laptops or systems ready, right? And we're also taking notes as the case may be. So how many of us, I don't know if this question has been thrown to the class before, how many of us have our laptops ready? You have your laptop or you logged in with your laptop? Chat, put a chat in the chat room. Laptop, yes. Laptop, yes. Let's see how many of us. I want to believe every one of us. I mean, we cannot be on this call without our laptop. So how are we going to handle the practical sessions on section of things? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I mean, personally, I'm also a student of this class. I was saying in the previous class, okay, one of our classes, I think in one of our classes that not for this AI course actually, it's for our software application development class. Benga also was the one handling that class on that very day. I was telling him that day, it's like I have to switch careers because guess what? We actually wrote a program flow on how to prepare noodles. It was interesting, the easiest and simplest way to learn how to develop application softwares. Right? So at Transformation College, our classes are highly practicalized and very interesting. Okay, so today's class, like we had last time, it was interesting for this particular class, or this course rather. It was handled by our able trainer, Ayula. He's also on the call, right? And Ayula is our head trainer for this course actually. And today we're having our second class and the energy is just, it keeps increasing. The bar keeps being raised from one class to the other. I can't imagine what the second or the third class next month would be. Okay, so I see we all have our laptops with us. Okay, Hadiza, you say understanding the concept of machine learning. The types of machine learning is such a great feeling for me. I'm ready with my PC. I'm ready to start building something interesting. Okay, so Damola, where are we with the trainer? Is he back on the call? Okay, Wenga, can you hear me? Okay, I think he's not back to the call. All right, give us a few minutes. Let me get across to him and know what's the challenge is, and we'll continue from where we stopped.
Sorry, Damola, please stop the recording or pause it.
Yes. I apologize. I got disconnected. Hello, I can still hear you. Hello. Hello? Can everybody hear
Yes,
me?
Benga, I can hear you. Yes.
I hear you.
All right. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. My network kicked me out. Even talking. I was talking to Arolo. I was asking you a question.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So where were we? You know what we'll do because of our time? So I'll set this as an assignment for us. Okay.
Okay.
So this will be our assignment. Let me post this to the chat room. This will be our assignment. So we have to sort through all of this. Is it a supervised learning approach? Is it what approach are we going to use? Let's say we are to train a model on this. Which approach are we going to use regarding that? Okay. So we have to sort it like that. All right, let's just go. Let's go real quickly. We don't have much time. We have to train a model, right? And our model, the model we'll be training will be house price prediction. We want to know the next house price concerning the data, the structured data. Like I said, we'll be using supervised approach here. Okay, house pricing. We have list of house pricing already. We have uh, their their area centimeter. We have their lot size. We have what else do we have? What else do we have? In that model, you will see it. You will see it. It comprises of a lot of things. Now we have training and testing phase. Okay. I believe that everybody. I mean, there was this. I see that everybody were interactive on the Telegram group, which was amazing concerning the last class. Everybody has set up their IDE environment, which is very encouraging. I see how interactive and how eager everybody is, right? And there was is it 20 days or 30 days challenge on Python? I believe everybody has went through that successfully.
21 days.
21 days. Thank you so much. So the 21 days, I believe everybody has went through that. So we'll not be taking you basics on Python. Please, there is no time to lag behind on this program. All right, on this particular course, there is no lagging behind. Is it that you're following or you're not following? Okay. So that being said, I will
Hello, sir.
continue from. Hello, yes, I'm with you. Yes.
Please, sorry. I know when I collected my laptop from the repairer, then I'm observing something. I downloaded it. So I'm
Okay.
using Windows 10 Pro.
Okay.
I hear me when I downloaded it, it was download,
Okay.
but when I want to, but it's not successfully. But I want to click on the Python, what's it called, on the Python admin stuff. It did not click on it. That was the reason
Python.
my this thing was
Okay.
not successfully downloaded. Then it was giving
Okay.
me concern. Even I went to go and give to somebody to check on it. He said
Okay.
he doesn't know anything about Python. That is why.
Okay.
Because I also because
Okay.
I saw even on YouTube, I search on everything, the way they would do it. But that one they clicked also. With the one that is not clicking in my own, they clicked on it. I
Okay.
clicked on my own self. It's not working. It's not clicking.
Okay.
Benga,
All right.
sorry, let me speak to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arlo. I think if you're having any challenge, you should have dropped it on the what's it called, on the WhatsApp group or on the Telegram group. So majority of the people that had problem, they probably have resolved. So if you're having any challenge still with installation, so I think you should go back to the Telegram group and then drop your
Okay.
yeah. So somebody will be there
Telegram.
to assist you. Yes, the Telegram group. Yes, somebody will be there
Okay,
to
no
assist
problem.
you. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
sir.
continue, please. Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you for that. Okay, thank you, Arolo. So you should do that. You should. So let's continue with what we are doing now. The next phase is trying and testing. I want you to understand what trying and testing is. Now, but for trying and testing, we have to go through particular process, right? We have to follow a structured workflow, which is first thing we prepare our data. Preparing our data means we are collecting our data. We'll go through where we will download our data set from. All right. We'll clean up the data and organize the data for training. Okay. Now we'll split the data. The number two, I'm on the number two now. Splitting data. We want to divide the data into two. We'll divide it into train and test. Now, the particular data we have, you see, it is just like I'm still taking us back to the ABC that I cited earlier. So it is just like the ABC. Now, when they give you homework to go and do, they will tell you A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Now, in your assignment, you will see Y for what, Z for what, right? So they've divided a collective data, a collected data, which is A to Z, right? They trained you on A for apple, B for kiniko, and so till certain stage. Now you have to pick it up from there. They want to test your knowledge so far. Do you really understand the data? Now that is what we want to do. That is what we will be doing with the model we are to train. All right, we will be querying the data. We'll be asking the data, do you really understand this? That is why we are splitting the data into two. So we have a testing data and a training set. Okay. Now, in our training a model, that is number three. I'm on number three now. Now, training a model, we are feeding that data, which we have splitted, the training data. We now feed it into a model. We now tell the model, okay, model, this is the data that we have. Oh. Look through this model, look through this data, and provide us a, a prediction. All right. The fourth thing we'll now do is evaluating performance. We'll now use, after we've provided the data, the model with the trained data, we'll now use the test data. Don't forget, in this splitting data here, we have our data, we splitted our data into two, which is training and testing, train and test, right? So we pass the training model into this one, we feed it into the algorithm, all right, into the model, okay, which we'll be using supervised learning algorithm for. So we'll feed it into the model. We tell the model that use this training to train yourself because we are coming to test you on this. That's where we want to now evaluate performance. We will now use the testing data to now evaluate, to test the model that, model, do you really know this? Can you give me a prediction of what is going to be our house price in so area, or you know, or just give me 5 prediction of how much housing will be, right? Now the next thing we want to do is to deploy our model, integrate it with a model, integrate the trained model into real world application. You see, there is a way we train model and there is one that you will see that you can relate to. ChatGPT went through some training. It was fed some data at some point in time, right? You fed that some data, and then after that, they deploy it so that everybody can use. You do not know what is going on behind. You don't know how rigorously ChatGPT was trained on particular data. Okay, please, guys, don't forget this assignment. The first assignment. I hope everybody has copied it uh, into their I don't know, their notes or anything. Just copy that down. Where is it? This one has run away. Okay, yeah, this is it. 1 to 10. So you tell us, is it this particular algorithm, which is it? This one, which is it? Which is it? Which is it? Okay, so that is that for that. Now the next phase is where to find our data, right? So there are like common 3 places to find our data. There could be multiple, right? But this one is where you can find data sets to use to train our model. Number one, we use Kaggle. We go to Kaggle. This is the URL to the website. When this material is shared, you can navigate into it, but it's a simple www.kaggle.com. All right. We have UCI machine learning repository, right? We have Google Set, Google Dataset Research, right? Let's go to Kaggle for an example. Let me copy the URL. Let me copy the link. And the data set that I said we want to use, so you come to Kaggle. I believe everybody can still see this part of my screen. Can you still
Yes,
see my screen, please?
yes, yes. Okay, go.
Okay, good, good. All right, amazing. So now you come here, come to this search box, and you type, I'm looking for houses price data set. So for the sake of the class, this is the one we will be using. Okay, housing prices. Is it? There is a particular one I want to use. Okay, this one in particular. This is the one we'll be using to train our model. All right. So what you want to do is to click on it, right, and come to download. You want to download the data set, right? This is the data we'll be using to train our model. You can come here to preview first. Okay, come click on this. This will be our train model. Would be the structured. Like I said, I mean, you can see we have ID here, we have MS subclass, we have rows. Basically, we have rows and column. Let's check the column, the list of the columns that we have. We have ID, MS, lot frontage, we have lot area, we have streets, alleys, lot shape. These are columns, right? And these are rows. These are the values inside of the, right? So these are rows, these are the values. It still extend to this end. Okay. We have any, right? What will you say? Is our data properly cleaned? These are non-value. Are they properly cleaned? But we'll use this to train our model, and then in class, we'll see how it goes. All right. So first thing, let's download our data. You want to click on download. Okay, now you want to download zip file. You can as well import Kaggle, download data sets, but let's just click on zip file, then we should have it. Okay, first thing we have to sign in. Sorry, apologize. Let me just create an account real quick. It will not let us download if we do not create an account. Okay, email already taken. Let's
Sorry,
go.
sorry, Mr. Benga, can you kindly send us the link to this website you're on so everyone can? Yeah.
Okay, very good. Apologies for that. Let me do that. Okay, this is Kaggle, and there's other places we get. Let me copy all those links and send it to the chat real quick. There are other places we get our data sets from. This is another one, which is UCI rather. And there's another one, data set from Google, right? Please, can you still send the link for training our model? I didn't get the link. Okay. Okay, this is the data set. This is where we'll be getting our data set from. Okay. So now let me go back to creating an account. You will need to do the same too. if you are to download your data set from this platform. Okay, your email must have no more than 20 characters. Okay, if it is more than 20 characters, let's have two. All right, so let's accept the terms and condition. I agree. Okay, so now let me go and download this house price data set. So download zip file. Now you can see downloaded. All right, before I open, it's a zip file, right? So that means I want to unzip them. So let me unzip my file. Let's call it 2. Okay. Now I have my zip file. I called it archive2, and here are the data sets that we'll be using to train our model. Okay. I believe everybody is still on the call. Are we sleeping? Are we still on?
We're there with you.
Call. All right. Very good.
Please,
Okay,
we can't find a particular data set.
That particular data set. All right, let me give you the name of it. So here is the name. Let me just copy from here directly. Just copy and paste, right? That is the name. So when you copy and paste to this search, right, and you click enter, look here very well, Richard. Look at this. So when you click on this, you want to come to data set. You see, there are a lot of it. There is notebook, there is comments about house prices, there is topic about house prices, there are models on house prices, and there are competitions. All right, but this is the one we want to use. You come here and you click on data set. Okay, that is where you will get your exact data set from. Do you get that now, Richard?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, I've downloaded Devin. All right, very good. Okay. So yeah, that is where we will find our data set from. Now, essential libraries I will be using. Like I said, we will not be talking about what is it called? I'm not to take you basics on Python because we'll pass that. We already did 21 days on Python, right? So now let's talk about the essential libraries for machine learning. So the first library we have is scikit-learn. All right. And the second one, we have Panda. We'll talk about the two very soon. Okay. All right. So for you to install this Python into your IDE, you firstly go to your terminal, your CMD, or your IDE, the terminal or your VS Code or your Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Let me have a new window. All right. Can everybody still see my screen? Can everybody see my screen very well? I've enlarged my Visual Studio Code. Can you see it, everybody? You all have Visual Studio Code by now, I believe. It is not a new thing in our class already. Right? Hello?
Hello, I'm with you.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing no.
Yes.
I'm getting no.
Yes.
This, you see, Jason, I don't want to but these things, all of this has been addressed, right? There have been a lot of communication back and forth, and someone in particular has been answering all of this, this challenges you've been facing now. Thank you, Adiza. Thank you, 81, your number, and all of that. Okay. So, Jason, that is that on that. You have to follow up the class very closely. VS Code has been installed, I think, day 2 of the starting of the program, right? So let's go ahead. So you want to come to
Day
your
one.
terminal, or you want to use your command prompt? Day 1. Thank you so much. That is day 1. So you want to come to your terminal. Let me use the terminal on your VS Code. Okay. So first thing you want to do is go to your terminal, your VS Code. Apologies for this. So you want to go to your terminal.
Reduce your
Okay,
screen
yeah, I
size.
used
Reduce your
a
screen
short
size.
code.
Yeah,
I
reduce
should
your
reduce it,
screen size.
Abi. Okay.
Yes.
Is this
View.
okay? Can you see my screen?
Then they can see
Can
it
you
in
see my
view.
screen,
When they go
everybody?
to view, can you hear me, Benga?
Okay.
I'll
Okay, yeah.
can I suggest you turn it to like a white background or something? Because this black background is not making it so visible.
Okay. All right. Apologies for that. Where's my settings again? Where's my themes and my color themes?
They can view it. They can zoom it also.
Coming. Let me
They can
use
zoom the screen.
tomorrow night. Nah. Is this okay? Should I continue with this or we should change it
Yes,
more?
it's
Yes,
okay.
this is better.
Yes?
It's okay, sir.
This is
It's okay,
It's
better.
okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this is better.
All right. Thank you. So for first thing we want to do is that we want to create a folder. We want to open our folder. So for the sake of the class, I used Cloud Google, but I know that that will like dismantle what you have been building on before. So I don't know which one should I follow up with. Should we continue with Cloud? No need for installation, but I just want to take you the installation process, or we should continue with the VS Code. My PC might be lagging though. That is one thing.
Which one is the best, sir? The best one, sir.
To visualize now for collab.google, that one is a cloud-based system, while your Visual Studio Code is your local drive. All right. What you'll be running online will be the what's it called? The collab, when you're using the collab IDE. But for your Visual Studio Code, it is on your local PC. All right. So that is the difference. Why Visual Studio Code is the best, because you will see everything you're doing. You can test it out on your local PC before deploying. Okay. Let me show you the collab part of the lesson.
Okay. Benga, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Hello,
hear you.
Benga.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so we
Yes, I
would
can hear you.
have to continue with what they've already installed and started
Okay.
working on with, right? And since you're already
Okay.
approaching the practicals, I think Ayola can step in from here, right?
Okay.
Since your system is lagging and all that. So I think Ayola can step in from here and we continue.
Okay. All right. All
Ayola,
right.
are you on the call?
Yes, I'm on the call, ma.
Okay, great. All right.
Okay. All right, everybody. So we're about to move to the practical aspect. I believe everybody has downloaded um their data sets that we're going to use for this practical part of things. And yeah, I will hand over to Oga
Okay,
Patapata.
thank you very much,
My brother. Yeah, welcome.
Benga, for this morning. It's been very engaging. Without wasting much of our time, he has covered most of the things that we really need to start up to this class. And I also want to introduce the person that will be taking over from me also. That's Saki. I think he's also on the call, so he'll be taking over from me shortly. But I just need to lay the fundamentals of where we're coming from and where we are currently and what we really need to do for today's class. And if at the end of today's class, you are able to grasp the basic knowledge of what we are going to be showing you today, I want to assure you, by God's grace, in the next class, we are going to be integrating this particular machine learning training into web apps, mobile apps, or any other types of apps that I want to create. So we'll be creating some apps next class. So whatever we learn this new month will be what we're going to be using to be able to create those applications. So I'll just say, just stay close to your system. And let's just quickly follow this little instruction. Benga has already done the basics of what we need to do. And I hope by now, everyone should have downloaded the data set from Kaggle. So if you've not done that, I think you need to quickly take a time out, just like 10 seconds, 1 minute, or 30 seconds to quickly do that. Let's quickly do that if you've not done that. So everybody on the call, quickly try to do that. Benga has already taught us how to do it, but I'll just be sharing my screen so that you'll be able to know where you need to really be on the page. So I'm doing that now, sharing my screen for you to be able to see. Please permit me to share my screen, please. Demola, please permit me to share my screen, please. Kaggle.com, Kaggle.com. So locate the search icon on the page, then type house price dataset, house price datasets. Please, I can't still share my screen, please, quickly.
Oma, can you please make him co-host?
So go to Kaggle, as Benga said the other time, locate the house prices datasets. House prices datasets. So I think everybody should have done that by now. Let me share my screen. Benga, please, probably Benga should keep on sharing the screen. Plenty time will make me host. Is that possible? Yeah, I've not been made the host for this particular. Okay, thank you very much, Benga. So go to the Kaggle. Yes, thank you. So can you see? So locate this particular icon, the first one, the house price data set. Yes. So thank you very much. House prices data set. So that's it. The first one, everybody click on it. No, just click on the first one. Okay. Thank you. Click on it. Then you just move to download. So if you've not created an account, it will ask you to create an account. And please, I'm giving just 1 more minute to be able to do that for everybody on the call to quickly do that. 1 more minute. I have 50 more seconds. I believe we are doing that already. So, okay, Josiah, what issue are you having? Can you speak up, please? Josiah, what issue are you having? What issue is Josiah having?
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Josiah.
Okay, so basically, the system, we're having issues with the system.
Okay, I'm sorry, we're not dealing with
the restriction.
Okay, we're not
So
dealing
I'm
with
just
any
following the
system.
class.
Okay. Please, we're not dealing with any system installation issue here, please. Because you should have done that in the last 30 days on the group and will have attended to you. So thank you very much for that,
Yeah,
Josiah.
I think the thing is I haven't paid this, so I was not
Okay.
how do I put it now?
Okay.
The link for the paid group. So I'll do that today. So hopefully before we convene in our next class. I'll
Next class.
definitely go through the various assignments and the things you need to do.
Okay, thank you very much, Josiah. So cargo.com, I think if you check the chat section, David has been able to help us out with a direct link to the thank you very much, David, for that. So so just download and make everything happen. So once you are done,
all right.
Yeah, thank you very much. So can I share my screen now? Thank you very much, Benga, for that. I still can't share my screen, please. What's going on? Do I need to log out and log in again?
I'm on it, but it's giving me a little bit of difficulty. It doesn't usually act like this.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Ayola.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? It's good to see you on the call.
Sorry, please.
Yeah.
Trying to press the link of the cargo.
Okay.
It keeps telling me not 404 not found.
Cargo, you can type it on Google. Just go to Google search and type cargo.
That's what
Go
I
to
did.
Google. Copy the link and send it on the chat. Let's see what you are trying to do.
I used the link to it saying 404 not found.
I
No,
just
she not.
sent a direct link to the cargo data set
Okay.
just now, so she can check that out again.
Okay, please.
I
The
clicked
check.
the link, it's saying same thing. That's what I'm saying. 404 not found.
That's not true. I can access it here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not true. I can access it here. If you check all the links on the chat, I can access it here from here. Please, I have a challenge with sharing of screen. Okay, thank you very much, Benga.
Mr. Ayola.
Yes,
please,
sir.
can I make use of my Jupyter? I already have an appointment on my
Yes,
system
yes. You can use
for my
Jupyter
training.
instead of VS Code. Yes.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, admin sharing of screen. Do I need to log out and log in again? Confirm that.
Please, let's try for you to log out and log in back again, please.
Okay, I'm doing that quickly. So while I do that, Benga, please can you quickly do me a favor? Can you just help me explain libraries and what's it called? Specific functions in Python. Can you just let me do that for them? So while I
Okay.
do that, yeah, thank you very much.
All right. All right, guys. Our time is really fast spent, to be very honest with us. We don't have much time anymore. Can everybody hear me? Please confirm you can still hear me.
Yes, I can see
Yes.
here. Yes.
All right. So now, okay. So let me share my slide again. Now on my slide, I was taking you through how the essential library for machine learning. I talk about scikit-learn and Panda. Now, what is scikit-learn? Okay. Now, scikit-learn is a powerful tool and easy to use machine learning library in Python. It provides tools for building, training, and evaluating model for tasks like prediction, classification, and clustering. What does scikit-learn have that we need as a library? Now, scikit-learn have a pre-built algorithm, right? For scikit-learn, we will be using linear regression, okay? Data process, data pre-processing, right? That helps us to clean our data. It has features like scaling, encoding. Now I'm using terminologies now. I've used a basic example. I don't think we should be having issue with terminologies right now. And because of our time, do I still need to break it down more further? We know what algorithms are already. We talk about algorithms we'll be using in this We have supervised learning, we have unsupervised learning, and we have reinforcement learning. So we're saying that scikit-learn has a pre-built algorithm. All right. An algorithm, the specific supervised algorithm that we'll be using will be supervised learning. And in supervised learning, what we'll be using in essential will be linear regression. Right? So for Panda, the second library that we'll be installing will be Panda. And Panda is used for data manipulation and analysis. It's a library that is used for data manipulation and analysis. It allows us to organize, clean, and process large data sets efficiently. No matter where your data set is coming from, maybe it is from Excel, maybe it is from a database, right? Maybe it is written with SQL, any type of language your data is written with, right? Anywhere your data is being collected, Panda will manipulate and analyze those data. Panda now, it is like a version, it is like an Excel version for Python. It's like you're having Excel in Python, just like this. Now, Excel help you to visualize your data, right? You can see your data, you can see everything structured out, right? But in Python, you cannot use Python alone to see your data. You will need a library to visualize your data, to see your data, and that is where Panda comes in. Okay, so now we have so that is that for Panda. And now commonly used functions in Panda, we have pd.read. Now this pd, I will explain what this PD is. PD is just maybe PD in this time. I'm assigning a name. I don't want to be writing pandas on the time, right? I don't want to be writing pandas on the time. I want to denote it as PD. So that is why this PD is here. Now this is a function that is being used to read. It's just a simple English, read dash x CSV. Now you now put the 5 parts inside this bracket. It's just a simple English. It's to load your data, is to read your data. That is it. For our case now, in our case rather, we have this particular one that I want to use. All right. All we have to do is to copy the part. Right. When we get to that, you see inside your VSC code, you see all you have to do is to copy the part, put it here. You can even have it on the same file on your IDE. Once we get to that, you'll see it as well. So you have to copy the part and put it inside here to load your data. It is just a simple command, a simple function you are calling, right? It is like you're telling Panda, read this CSV file, and this is the path to that CSV file. It will load it accurately. Now, df.ed. Now, df.ed is still a name. It's still like a name you use to encode a task. Now, I just put it out there so that whatever name we'll be giving our what's it called, our file, right? Whatever name we'll be giving our file going forward might be df. Let's say after reading this file, we gave the file name, we gave it a variable of df. Now to check the header, to display the header, we'll have displayed the first row of data set. We'll put a function in front of it. We have .age and parentheses. All right, this will display the first few rows of the data set. All right, the same thing goes for this one. The function is info parentheses. Okay, this
Okay, sorry,
provides an overview of the data.
Hello, Benga.
Okay, hello.
So please,
Hello.
everybody, try and take a screenshot of this. Please go back to that screen.
Okay.
Everybody, please try and take a screenshot of this on your phone. Please try and take this screenshot of this slide on your phone, also on your screen or something, please.
Is it not in our material?
It will be your material, but just take note of it now, so that in case you might need it, you'll be able to see it on your phone. Please, if you can do that, do that. Yeah, please take a screenshot of this. Yeah, quickly round up, wait a second. Thank you very much.
All right. No. Okay. All right. Let's continue. So the function, the description, the last function that we have here is to summarize numerical data. All right. We are saying this function, the name, the variable name that we've given that read file. So let's say we gave this read file, we gave it df equals to pd read my file, right? Read my CSV file. So we want to now describe the data. It's going to help us to summarize when we want to use describe. They are just basic English, to be honest. They are not big of a deal. Just the parentheses in front of it, and then you're good. They are simple English to understand. All right. So I hope you've taken the screenshot as instructed.
Thank you very much, Benga. I think I've not been given
Okay.
access to
All right.
share my screen. So
yes, sir. Thank you.
yeah. So I'll just be laying the foundation for us this afternoon, and Saki will take over from me from wherever I stop. So this is it. I expect by now everybody should have been able to download the data sets from Kaggle. And what does data sets really means? I think I don't have to go back there. Benga has already made it clear to everybody. And he said that the only thing that you need to do to be able to train a machine is that you're going to get a very large amount of data, which are very, very what? Distinct from each other. And what will you do with that data? Is that it will allow the machine to be able to understand how every of the states of whatever you are trying to train behaves. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? So you want to see how everything behaves. Now, some of us, as a man, let me give an example. We have a very good airline. We have a very good airline. A lot of guys, I won't say they have a very bad airline. So I won't say they have a very bad airline. So what happened is that by the time the machine wants to detect whether you are speaking to a head, or you are speaking to a nose, or you are speaking to a mouth, or you're trying to identify one part of a body system, what does it? You have to understand that for every human being, it is either you have hair on your head, or you look like a Papa Jasco. Are you getting that has half hair on his head, or you look like somebody like me that doesn't have any hair on his head? Do you get what I'm trying to say now? So if you don't train your machine to be able to understand all these things, then there will be a problem getting the right value for your trained model. So we are going to be using the data that was downloaded from Kaggle. We're trying to detect prices for houses. And what we're going to be using, we're going to be using the first method, which is the supervised learning, and we're going to be using the linear progression. Linear progression is a mathematical formula. You know what we say, mean, median, mode. So we're going to be using the mean, median, mode to be able to allow our system to get a correct value for that particular trained model. So at the end of this training today, what we are looking for is to be able to output a particular value. So by God's grace, next week, we are going to be talking about how to be able to retrain that particular model to be able to give us the exact value, so we can get a minimum value and the kind of value that is not needed. Then we'll be able to clean all the data. So let me quickly share my screen, and I'm going to share all my screen. Yeah. Okay. So once again, I want to thank Benga for that wonderful session. And what do we need to do here? Go to your file. Okay, before we do that, let us extract whatever we have. So go to your downloads, right? So this is my own here. I have archive here, right? So you extract it into this folder. I'm very sure we all can do that. So you right click, as Benga said the other time, just click on extract files. Once you are done with that, just ensure it's extracting into the location that you want. Then click on OK. Then click on OK. So once you click on OK, it will extract it into a folder like this. So after extracting into a folder like this, just open it up. You will see all the data sets that are used here. Number one is that you can decide to go into data description to be able to see what are the descriptions of all these data. In this data, we have close to like, I think, over 100 columns. Yes, over 100 columns. I think Bega also was able to tell us what column and rows are. So columns are the vertical, while the rows are the what? Are the horizontal. I think all of us are very close or understand that. So all our data will be arranged in rows, while the headers of each of the, or the head or title of each of the columns will be on top of each of the columns that will be displayed. So what we're going to be using now, we're going to be using the test CSV, the test CSV. So what do I need to do? This
Sorry,
particular, okay, I'm listening.
Is it possible for me to just upload the file here, the zipped file here? So, because people that can't get access through the website.
No, they should go and do it by themselves, so that in case of the future. So when they have any problem, they can come back in the Telegram group, they'll be able to assist them.
All
But let them
right.
go and do it themselves so that they can have challenges, and at the end of the day, they will be able to fix it by themselves. So let's leave it like that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Or probably let's look at how many people are still having challenges. Just indicates in the group chat, just like maybe 3 people. If I got 3 people, they probably will just upload it here. Okay. I'll count to 1 to 10. 1 indicates if you're having challenge. Peter, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to 10. Wow. Okay, they said they're having challenge. So let's upload it. Can I do that? Wow. Okay, let me upload it from here. File, computer, downloads, then archive. Okay, I have it here. So I've sent it to the group. But it's good you go back and look at Kaggle. It's very simple. KAGGLE.com. That's all you need to do. So Kaggle.com. Let me open my browser here. Let me open a new tab, Control N. Yeah, so Kaggle, KAGGLE.com. So why is your own not opening? So this is it. If you go through Google, this is it here. So your own should open. Once you come here, then you go to house price. Sorry, price data sets. So just click on it. Once you are done with that, you see a lot of suggestion. You can either scroll down or you come to data sets here. The data set is here. Then you can see a lot of it here. Then this is what we want. I think, no, this one, sorry. This one, particular one. This particular one. Yeah, this is what we want. So just click on it and go to the downloads and then do whatever you need to do with that. Click on download. So, but with that, we've been able to put it on the chat. So let me quickly move on before Saki take over from me. So I assume everybody already has that particular data set. So now the next thing you need to do is that folder you've been using all this while, are you getting me? That folder you've been using, somebody like me, I have it in my projects, I have it in YOLO 5, I have it in YOLO 5, I have it inside data, and that is where I put all my Python files. Can you see it here? So I just need to create a new folder there. Are you getting me? Or probably just come to your downloads. Let's do like this. Come to your downloads, copy this, Control C, and do this. Go to that location, paste it there, then rename it. Ensure you rename it to house prices, house_price. Please don't put a space. I remember I told you that. Ensure you don't put a space throughout. So let me work with this particular folder, house_price. Ensure you do that. Don't forget that you have everything inside that particular house_price. Then the next thing you need to do is to do what? Can you hear me? Yes, I'm here, please.
Yeah, sorry. I'm using a Mac system, so I don't have this data folder that you're referring to now, and I don't know how to navigate to, or should I just open a new folder in my documents, or
Yes,
how?
open a new folder. Open a new folder in your documents.
Okay.
Yes, open a new folder in your documents and ensure it's accessible.
How do you mean ensure it's accessible?
Yeah, that is from your visual code. You can be able to access it. You can access that directory.
Okay.
Yes. It's coming back. Okay, can I proceed, please?
Saying that this site can't be reached.
What do you say? Send a screenshot
Sir,
of the
mine.
Send a screen. Don't worry. What you do is this. Check the chat section. I've already dropped
Yes,
what's
sir.
it
I've
called there?
even used that one also. But if I input the cargo, it will bring everything. I will even click on the data set. But when I try to sign up so that I can download the data set, that is when I keep having this. I've been
No,
doing it since, and it keeps giving me.
I
I've even
think
changed
I
browser.
think I think I already sent what's it called? I already sent okay, let me do like this. Another suggestion again is to send you all the documents. But can you see my screen, please? To send you all these things, then you download it one after the other.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Exactly, sir.
Yes.
It would have been better, sir.
Yeah, so let me do
So you
like
want to
this.
drop the folder for us, sir.
So I've dropped everything one after the other.
Document
so drop
revision.
this. Yes, drop
The
copy it and
document will
put
have
them.
better.
Yes, I've done that. Copy them inside
Thanks.
copy them inside a folder and name them house_price. Or I'm going to name it houses. I'll name it house. So I have my own house here. Can you see? I have my house here. So what I need there basically is this test.csv. Can you see? Please confirm, Mary. Okay.
Excuse, sir. So I'm going to take excuse. I'm going back to class as I'm at school. So maybe later I'm going to watch the video when the video is released.
Please watch the video. No problem. No problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, thank you very much, Usman. I can see you are done. Thank you very much. Please ensure you fill the attendance before you leave. Adza. So thank you very much. So make sure that you create it in a location that you can access, I mean a directory you can access, okay, from the visual code. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go to my visual code now. Then what I need to do is I need to come to file and create a new file. Can you see? I create a new file. I can, if I have my Python file, I call it Python file. I just click on Python file. Then it's here. Then I come to file, save as, look at it, please, everybody. Then I go inside that particular folder I just created. Anywhere you have it on your system, make sure you locate it. Can you see? Then I save it inside that particular file. Don't forget I created my own house inside this particular location that I can access. Then I clicked on inside it, then I copied all my data that was downloaded from Cargo. Then I need to come from there, then locate that particular location. After locating that location, this is my own data. So house, inside it, then I'll just change it to house_train. Or let's use train_model. Let's use that, .pi. Train_model.pi. Let's use that. Name it as train_model.py. So you need to save it. Now, when we started this class, Benga have been able to let you understand what a libraries means. He has been able to let you understand that you can import different libraries. And he has been able to let you understand that not only importing libraries, you can also import some sub libraries to be able to ensure that the calculations or probably all the functions that are going to be occurring are going to be done automatically. So it will help you not to do them by yourself. So with these libraries that you are importing, are you getting me? The libraries helps you to do what? To be able to write all those complex algorithm by itself. Let me repeat that again. For all the imports of libraries that you use, like your pandas, like your scikit-learn, like your matplotlib, like your numpy that you installed in the previous classes, the reason why you have to import them to your code or to your system is because Python will automatically help you write complex algorithm by itself. So what you just need to do is to call them and to be able to ensure that you can call those classes properly. So if you have used or gone through your 21 days challenge, I can assure you, you don't have a problem. You will really be able to adapt to this. But if you have not, you are not going to be able to quickly adapt to this. But there's still another grace, and the grace is that we have another 17 days challenge immediately after this training that will be shared for you. And during that 17 days challenge, everybody have to ensure that the classes we have last month and the class we are having this month, you are able to complete it as described by the tutors in today's class. And if you have any challenge, make sure you reference it in the Telegram group, and people will come up to your aid. And think we have testimonies that people have been attended to without any challenge. So don't worry, you are in a safe hands. And it's going to get more complex by next month. That's what I'll just tell you. It's going to get more complex by next month. So stay tight. Don't think that you don't know. Try to understand, and you can develop on what I'm about to start now. So the next thing that I need to do is that we've already installed pandas. We've installed numpy. We've installed scikit-learn. We've installed matplotlib. So what we need to do quickly is to be able to first allow or first load all the codes in our data sets. Well, first load all the codes in our data set. I'm coming.
Sorry, sir.
Lolia, I will attend to you, please, quickly. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. The next thing we need to do now is to first display all the codes in this particular folder that we have created and created all the data from the what? From the Kaggle website. So these are data from the Kaggle website, and this is the file that I created from Visual Code. So I'm going to be writing all my code inside this string_model. Then I'm going to continue from there. Please look at this. The first thing is to first import my library. I'm going to say import, then I'll say pandas. Can you see? Then I'm going to instantiate, we call it, give it a variable name, that is as PD. So this PD is what I'm going to be using throughout my code. Are you getting me? As
Hello,
PD.
sir.
I'm listening, please.
Hello, sir.
Please continue, Richard.
Please, you didn't take us through how to install the Panda in the scikit-lab.
In the last class?
Please, you didn't take us through how to install that.
I did.
Yes, sir.
No,
sir.
Ajewole, you've not gone through the class, so don't forget that. Have you watched the
no
video?
problem.
Ajewole, have you watched the
No.
video? So I'm
No,
not
sir.
taking you. That's why I said I'm not taking you. I'm not going back to where I've come from. Sorry, who spoke just now? I didn't get the person. Who spoke just now? Who spoke just now? Apart from Ajewole.
That was Richard. I think Richard.
Okay, Richard. Okay, Richard. Thank you. This has helped me out. So look at this. Benga also mentioned it in his class this morning, how to install from your terminal. Look at this. Remember that once we come to our command prompts, By now, I don't expect anybody to take me back to this. I don't expect anybody to take me back to this. That is why we are not taking any other method apart from this. So what we just said is that to be able to check if Python is installed on your system, what do you need to do is to come to Python to your, sorry, I need to run this as CMD. I need to run it as administrator. So thank you very much. PIP install the library name. Thank you very much. So what I just need to do is I need to check the version, that is Python, then double dash, then version. So if I have it installed, then I'm going to have my Python version. I'm currently using what's it called? Python version 3.10.0. Please, one second, please. One second, please. Okay, so now to be able to install all your classes, all your libraries, all you need to do. Sorry, somebody is giving back his response. That person should mute. Okay, so to be able to install all these libraries, all you need to do is pip, then install. We have it already if you are not in the last class or you've not watched, there's numpy, then that is the first library. We said pandas, that's the second libraries, the matplotlib, that's the third class. Then we said scikit-learn. This is the what's it called? Can I copy this on the, okay. Okay, let me copy it on the charts. Where's it? I need the charts. Where's the charts? These people that have not installed it, that are not taking us backward. Okay, so just click on enter. It will automatically install everything on your site. I've already installed my own, so it will tell me that it's already, can you see? It's already installed. So if you've done all this, then you can always call your libraries within, so to get it from here. So I'm importing pandas, I'm importing the pandas library. I think I can continue from there, right? Please confirm the person that.
Hello, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is breaking.
Yes, please, you can continue.
Like
Okay, I can
can't hear.
continue now. Okay, thank you
Yeah,
very
you can
much.
continue.
I hear you.
So that's how to install your library. So if you have that already, then you are safe to continue. Okay, so what I said the other time that I want to achieve was very simple. I said I want to make sure that I'm able to display the first 5 rows in this particular train underscore CSV, right? So what I will do is that after this, Seki will send material to Madam Edith, then she's going to send to the group again, so that you can be able to quickly do a recap on how to install your pandas. So I'm very sure everybody should have known how to do this. So what I just need you to do is import pandas as PD. What I said is that pandas is the main library. So what I'm just doing is, instead of writing pandas all through, I need to give it a variable name. That is why I put the as, which is instanciation. That is, I'm giving pandas or PD to be written as what? As pandas. So I'll be using PD throughout my code. Just follow me closely. So the next thing I need to do is to load the data set from this particular location. Please, people, just follow me closely. Just follow me closely. The next thing to do is to load this particular data set from this particular location. That is my data.house. So what will I do is that I will write data. Let me first normalize this. Coming. Okay, data equals to, then I'll go to call it, that is PD, that your pandas dot read underscore CSV. What this read underscore CSV does, according to what Olugbenga said the other time, is what? Is to help you display whatever results that you want to show. I remember I asked you to take the screenshots the other time. So I want to pick this particular train.csv. I want to display the top 5 rows in this particular train.csv. So what will I do is that I'm going to come back to my code here. Then I'm going to say, please read this CSV file from train.csv. Ensure it is properly written. The next thing is to do what? Is to print out this particular data. So you say print into brackets data dot head. If you're following Benga the other time very closely, you will see this particular code. So what do I need to do here is to come back to my terminal, change my directory. I think we all know how to change our directory, right? We all know how to change our directory. Do you know how to do that? Please, I need one person in the chat section.
No.
Who said no now?
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah. Sorry, I've actually watched the video from the last class, but
okay,
this way you are copying this thing from Windows, I don't have this link.
No, hold on. Mary, were you the one that spoke with me that I said after the class?
No, I'm not the one.
But you've not been asking questions in the Telegram group.
Yeah, I just joined yesterday or the day before yesterday.
But you joined, but you didn't ask any question.
I just finished watching I joined yesterday. I just finished watching the class this morning.
So calm down. Don't take us back. Do you understand? Don't take us back, please. I'm sorry to say that. Because I expect that everybody should have understanding. So if you're having any challenge, don't worry. We are here to assist you. When it comes to the last class, we're here to assist you. So what you need to do is just follow this particular process now. After the class, don't worry. After the class, I can assure you we'll be ready to assist you one-on-one. Do you understand, Mary? Is that clear?
Yes, I understand, but I can't even follow this process because I don't. What I'm trying to say is I don't have this link. This change directly. This C colon. This link that you copied and placed here.
This is how you get it. This is how you get it. This is how you get it. Just follow my screen now. Follow my screen. Now, I have this PC on my own. I'm using a Windows. So I told you that make sure that any location you are going to be creating your folder, it is what or where is accessible. Did you remember that? Mary, please unmute your mic so I can quickly take you. Yes. So now I want to go to that location. I know where I placed or I saved those files. Do you understand? So all I just need to do is go there. So I come to my local disk on my own system. I don't know what it is on your own system. I come to users on my own system. I go to PC. Can you see? I go to my own projects. Inside my project, I have YOLO 5 environments. Can you see it? Inside it, I have scripts. Can you see what I'm doing? I have YOLO 5 again. Then I have data. So inside the data, that is where all my own locations. So all that I just need to do is to copy this location. Control C. Can you see it? Control C. Then come to your terminal. To be able to get your terminal, Benga tried to explain it the other time, is to go to view from your visual code, go to view. If you can't find it, just click on terminal. It will display down your page. Can you see my own?
Yes,
View.
I don't think you understand what my problem is.
No, I know you want to go to that particular directory. I'm trying to show you to be able to get to terminal. So now get to terminal. Look at this. It will automatically tell you your default directory. Your default directory should be here.
Okay.
So now CD means change directory. CD means change directory. So then you need to copy or paste that particular location that you copied from here. Remember that I copied it from here, right?
Yes.
Did you remember?
Yes, I do. What I'm saying is that I'm not using a Windows system, so I can't copy.
Then type it manually. Type it. You can type it. It's something you can type. Okay. It's something you can type. Then another thing is that if you look up your visual code, you'll be able to see the location. Can you see the location of where it is on your what's it called? On your, so just keep on typing users. The reason why I prefer you copying and paste is because so that you have problem with error while you're trying to type. PC, then projects. I see.
Yeah.
You can do that too. Or can't you do that?
I can do that.
So just ensure you copy all the directory to this particular location. Can you see? Make sure it gets to that particular, can you see data? The last folder that I created was house. The one I created now is house. So I need to also reference that particular house so that it can go into that particular folder that I've created. So click on enter, then it will change it to that directory. Can you see it, Mary?
Yes,
can you see it? So it's as simple as that. So if it's not compulsory you copy, you can type it manually. For people that are using Windows, it's very easy for you to just go there, copy directly and paste it there. So now, don't forget I said that what we need to do with this is that I read hash. Hash means comments. Read the CSV file. Then this particular print means that output the top 5 rows in the train.csv file, in the train.csv file. Can you see it? So inside the house, I have the train.csv, and I'm also working within that particular house folder. Please don't forget, or directory, whichever you want to call it. I'm working inside the house directory or folder. So what I just need to do now is that once you are done with this, ensure you save it. Then come here, then run your code. How do you run your code? It's very simple. Just type Python in the directory that you've changed. Don't forget, if you type outside that particular directory, it's going to give you an error. So Python, then I need to call that particular name of that Python file that I'm trying to run. That is train_model.py. Can you see it? Train_model.py. So once you click on enter, then it should be able to display the top 5 models, the top 5 rows. Can you see it now? In that particular train model. So what I want to do is that I'll give 1 second for every like 5 or 6 to 7 people to tell me that they've been able to run this code and it came out this exact way. Don't forget, this method we are going to be using is still the same method we are going to follow throughout this process of training a model, throughout the process. So you have to master it. The first thing is to do what? Is to be able to get the data. Are you getting me? To read that particular data. That is, you want to get all the data in that particular train.csv. So if now I change it from train to test.csv, so it will be only be working with data in that test.csv. So let's go to test.csv. Tests.csv. So all I need to do is save first. Are you getting me? Then run that particular code. Sorry, run that particular document. So that is Python train_model.py. So when I do that, I click on enter, then to go into train and give me the top 5 rows in train. So look at it. Look at the IDs. 1461, 1462. So look at the original one. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Can you see the difference now? Can you see the difference now? Do you understand? So, but I'm working with what? With train data sets. With train data sets. So before we do anything again, because you have to first understand which columns are you working with. I told you the other time that this particular column has over 180 columns. So how do you know which column you are working with? How do you know which column you are working?
Hello? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Mr. Ayola, can you hear me? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think maybe he's off.
Okay, pending that time, the video of the last class we posted on the Telegram group. So if you have any issues with installing of anything, you can go back and check the video. The links will be pasted there, all the links for the previous class and today's class, all the links, all the resources and the course materials will be posted later on today after the class in the Telegram group. But I need you to all make sure that you register for this course properly, because the registered members are the ones that will get exclusive access to be able to get feedback from the trainer, and they can interact with the trainer seamlessly. So once you are done with your registration, it will be easier for you to have all the resources and everything you need to get this course in the bag. So while we wait for Mr. Ayola, let's make sure that, okay, let me see how has the class been so far? Let me see how the class. What are your impressions about that? Let me see you in the comment section.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hear me
Yeah,
clearly?
yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, I think someone said that they have a question. So yeah, so if they can talk,
Okay.
yeah.
You can unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, my question is simple. How many hours is this lecture supposed to be? Because some of us, we are still at work, and it's taking a bit of a longer time.
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Love it. Yes. So this class is supposed to last for 2 hours, right? But given the glitches, network glitches and all, that has stretched the class to this time, right? So classes are supposed to last for 2 hours, and maximum would be probably give or take 30 minutes. So, and I believe we're rounding up with the class, but then the network glitches are really affecting the flow of things, right? So I hope that answers your question, and thank you for joining the class even while you were at work. Thank you very much. Okay, so Saki,
Yeah,
are you
hello.
there?
Yeah, yes, please, I'm here. I was even about to talk. So please,
Yes, yes.
has anyone been able to successfully run the code?
Development, just like I showed you in the previous this thing, asking me that okay, what is the use of AI when it comes to predicting of
Yes, I've been able to load my data.
Okay, so were you able to display everything within the terminal session?
Yes, I was able to display and also even do the scribe and shape using the code that was shown by our first tutor.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, yeah, so that's good. So please, anyone else?
Voice aspect of a co-pilot to ensure that whatever it is being said in audio can be transcribed. Like it increases.
Okay, for those who are having other challenges that we may not be able to go back to, right? Because we've long gone past that, especially I see your question, yeah, who has the contact number? I don't know your name, but I can see your contact number and your question. So when we upload the videos to YouTube and share the link with you, you can watch the class at your own pace and be able to follow through with every other process. And for those who joined us for the first time today, yes, like Damola has mentioned, would share the link to the recorded version of the class for January, so you can watch and be able to catch up with what we've done in the past and what we've done today, so you can follow through for the March class. Classes are held every Saturday, sorry, once every month, all right, the last Saturday or last Friday rather of every month. All right, so you can watch and follow through. Okay, Saki, can we continue? Can you continue from where you last stopped? I guess he was rounding up with the practical session, and I think you can continue from there. Am I correct?
Yes, please. I think basically what we were supposed to do for the practical session, that's what has been done. So I wanted to know the number of people who have been able to run the course. Yeah, and
Okay.
also if anybody is having any issue running the course, yeah, so that we
Okay.
can solve that issue right now. Then, yeah, so that we can at least give them the assignment that they're supposed to work on.
Okay, so who else have been able to run the code? Someone has spoken already. Who else was able to run the code? You can speak or you can put it in the chat room, so we can round up with the class.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. Is
All
Saki
right.
there, please? Saki,
Yes,
please confirm.
yes,
Okay.
he's here.
Yeah. I think he will need to take over from me. But before he takes over from me, let me just run this last line of code. Then he takes over. Then for everybody. Then I think I need to apologize. I'm sorry that I had to go off like that. It was, I don't know what happened to the MCN network this morning. So I have to quickly go on the backup. So in 1 minute, let me just quickly finish. So I hope everybody has been able to do that. Please confirm if you've been able to follow up to where I stopped on the chat section quickly. Please
Yes, I
confirm,
was
please.
able to run the
Okay.
code briefly the way you did.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Any other person? Any other person? Please, I need 2 more people to confirm if you've done that successfully. Hello? Any other person? I need people on the chat section, please. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are very audible.
Audible enough.
Okay, I want to confirm before I move on. Do we have anybody that's tried it to the stage that I stopped? Okay, I was able to follow. Okay, beautiful. That means that you got the output. Any other person? I need one more person to confirm. Quickly. I need one more person to confirm. Then I move on, please. Okay, David said he was able to move on. So let me move on. Thank you very much, David. I think you are now coming up on speed. Yeah, I like that. Sorry. Okay. So the other time I said that this print the data head. Benga said the other time that it's used to print all the columns. But because I didn't specify if it's supposed to print 5 or 6 or 10 or something, so it will only print only the top 5. That was why I was able to achieve just the top 5 outputs in the what's it called? I was able to output just the top 5 datas. Can you see it? So I later said, okay, don't give me the top 5 again. What I want is for the datas, for the normal datas, test datas. I said, give me the top 5 rows. So it was able to also print the top 5 rows. So now we need to know all the rows that are present in that particular trained data that was gotten from Kaggle. So what do I need to do is to come here and say data, can you see it? Dot columns. I'll just say print data dot columns. But before that time, let me just add a little strings. What I need there to print is just data dot columns. But let me just say is the columns in the data sets are, then I had an escape sequence to it. So it will move to the next line. So if I do this, okay, if I do this, what I really need is this data dot columns. So it will only read this particular string. So if you've not gone through the 21 days, I'm telling you, you need to really go back and do that, sincerely, if you've not done that. So what I need from this is just show me all the columns that are available in this particular trained data set that was gotten from Kaggle. So once I do this, I need to save it. Are you getting me? Then I'll come back to my terminal. Then I'll say Python. Can you see it? Then train house underscore train dot py. So they run it. Then to automatically, hey, sorry. Sorry. Somebody not tell me that the name of my Python was wrong. Nobody could tell me that. Eh? Hello? Train underscore model.
I think they didn't notice it.
Yeah. So I use train underscore model.
Get that properly.
So I use train underscore model. Please note it down here. Let me take this up a little bit. So train underscore model dot py. This is the name of my Python file that's available in my folder. Don't forget my folder here. So train underscore model. So once I click on this and I click on enter, don't forget to save this before you run it. Ensure you save it so that the current changes can really reflect. So of all the columns in the data set. Can you see now? So you have your ID, you have your subclass, you have your M zoning, you have your love front page, you have everything. So these are all the columns that are available in your data set that was imported from what? From Kaggle. So the next stage is to pre-process data. The next stage is to pre-process the data. Yes, ma'am.
Please, I have to leave. I have a case at hand.
No problem, ma. You can always come back to the video. Continue.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Lovely. Please ensure you fill the attendance before you leave.
I've done that.
Yeah. Okay. So please ensure that you get this particular value. What will happen next is that Saki would take up from here and give us the 21 days challenge, and every other things will be communicated via the chat section in the Telegram group. Thank you very much. Over to you, Saki. Hello, Saki. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yeah, yes, please, I'm here.
Yeah, please, over to you. So help them resolve any issue they have in getting to these particular ones. Then you refer them to the what's it called, to the 17 days challenge. They will continue from the group. Yeah, thank you very much. So thank you very much for your time, everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Ayala, please, you are still sharing your screen. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. We can hear
All right,
you.
so yeah, okay. So with what my boss did right now, so is anyone having any problem so far?
Hello. Hello,
Yes.
everybody. This is Olugbenga talking.
Okay.
Hello, can everybody hear me, please?
Yeah.
Hi, Saki.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay. So
can hear
please,
you, sir.
we propose because everything that we'll be building on for the end of this automation program, right, will be on this machine learning. And I can understand the complexity of it right now. I can see how, people are not that active, right? I can understand the complexity. So, but I will propose that, moderator, please, I'm begging on behalf of everybody in this class that we have 2 more sections. It can be for just 1 hour, right? Just to take them through. We will be interacting in the Telegram group for sure, right? But because this will be what we'll be building on for the rest of the month, right? So I propose we have like 2 more sections. Let people get familiar with this. Let them know how to train model. What we're trying to do, what Ayola was trying to do on the call, the chief trainer, what he was trying to do on the call was that he was trying to load data, right, into an housing data that we've already downloaded, a data set that we've already downloaded. He was trying to load it into our model, our file, and then use that data to train the model. Okay, so it is like very easy. It is very, very easy. It is something you get seamlessly. But we need to pay attention. Like I could hear someone said she is at work currently, she's still working. You see, these things you have to pay attention to them. They are basic English, right? They are basic grammars, just to understand them in your native, and then you can interact with them. So what do you say, moderator? Should we need to conclude on the date and time that you can give us? Maybe just an hour, maybe 2 times in this month. You can just come, show them the workings. What do you think, moderator?
All right. Wenga, thank you very much for that suggestion. I don't think it's a bad one. It's a good one, really. And that can be done. It's 100% doable. So would decide the day and then would share it in the Telegram group and hope that everybody joins, to be able to catch up with what we have, what it is you would love to put them through, right, during that session. And of course, if you have questions, put up your questions in the Telegram group, especially in the paid Telegram group, and then that would form, while the trainers are also responding to those questions, that would form basis of what the trainers would also have to show you in these remedial classes before the next class. So yes, we decide that date and we share it in the Telegram group and also notify the trainers as well. I hope that
Thank you so
answers the
much.
question. Okay.
That yes, that I appreciate. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And then
All
that
right.
means I'll be seeing you guys later then. Thank you.
All right. Please, Mr. Olugbenga, please, can we have access to the code so that we can try to run it at our end, then and give feedback on the Telegram group?
Okay. So there is no problem giving you you know, the already formatted code as the structure it is, but will you understand it? That is the question. So that is why we need to come on call again. Do you understand? Because you have to know where it's come from, why we are using particular functions we are using, why we are calling it, why do we need to check for prediction? Why do we need to check 5 rows of headers? Why do we need to check for the columns? Right? These are basics we need to explain and expatiate more further. Do you understand? I mean, giving you the source code, that is not a problem. But can you successfully run it? After testing for house price, can you test for rainfall? Right? Can you predict that in this month of February, how many rain will fall? How many times rain will fall? Can you predict that? Can you automate that?
The reason I asked for the code is so that we can try to run it at our end, try to solve the error, so that in the makeup class we're going to be having, we'll be able to follow along and we won't have to draw you people back and we'll be able to meet up. So on my own end, I believe if I have the source code, I'll be able to run it successfully. And while the class will be happening, I'll be able to follow. And anyone I didn't understand clearly, I'll be able to get more clarity on it.
Why are you not?
Okay, all right. We can provide that.
I have a question. I have a question.
Put that in the Telegram. Go ahead.
Can I be allowed to speak?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so I want to get the actual files. When you get to Kaggle, the actual files you download from Kaggle that you'll be able to install, the actual files, like, do they have separate links? I heard they are up to 5 or so. The actual files to download from Kaggle.
Yeah. So for the house price data set, when you click on download, it's going to download all the data sets into one for you. All right. It's going to download everything into a zip house price data set, house prices data set. That is the name. Right. Okay. So it's going to download everything into a zip file for you. When you unzip it, you see the list of data inside of it. You see train and you see test. Right. So
yes, David has shared the link to the Kaggle, the house price data set, right? So you just click on it and then follow through. Yes. All right. Do we have any questions, any further questions as we bring the class to a successful close this afternoon? Any other questions?
Hello, Loma.
Yes.
Loma.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Yanko Josiah speaking.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Josiah.
Oh, Josiah, okay.
I'm on the site, the cargo site. I've been able to get to the point where we're supposed to download a zip file, but mine is not downloading. I've tried it severally. I don't know if I missed any step.
Okay, if it is not downloading, I guess.
Hello, Josiah.
Yeah, okay.
So
go ahead.
Did you sign in? Did you sign up?
No, I didn't sign in.
That is the problem. So one thing you have to do, when you click on that link, make sure you sign in and sign up. I mean, I showed that earlier when I was taking the class.
All right? I missed that.
You want to have an account on Kaggle. And yes, also as a machine learning expert, it is good. I mean, it is advisable, like you're having a GitHub repository to save all your code and all your findings, everything, all your models, what you trained and all of that. It is also good and advisable you have a Kaggle, a repository as well. It is almost the same like GitHub repository as well. All right, so it is advisable you have that, build on that as well. So we expatiate more on that later on, because that is what stakeholders, that I mean, they maybe employees, they want to look out for. They will ask you, employer rather. That is what employer want to look out for. They will ask you, where's your repository? What project have you done so far? Right? So these are where you show them what you have been doing. Right? So this is a start. This is the beginning of a very beautiful thing. And then, like they have said, we'll have makeup class, right? So thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Well done, ma.
Thank you very much, Olugbenga. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Saki, you have something to say?
Okay, yeah, Eddie. So we have a 17-day challenge for them. So I will send it to you. If you put it on the Telegram page for them to access it, I think that would be the best option right now. So I will send you those files or the assignment that we have for them for the 17 days challenge, so that they will try their hands on it. If they have any issue, they can contact us on the Telegram page also, so that we will help them with it. Also, I think one other person was asking about the course that we just want, so that if they have their free time, they can also try their hands on it. So I think I will try and see if I can add that one to it, so that at least to break it down for them to, and also explain how the course works, so that they will be able to also run it on their own.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I will await the files and then we share with everyone on the call, on the Telegram group. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful time in class today and you've learned a lot. So like we said, we would schedule the remedial classes or the extension classes before the next class in March. So, and we will schedule those classes as soon as possible so that everybody would be carried along. And when you see the link, please, or you see the announcement, please take note of it and join the class. It's all for your own good. So you'd be well carried along before the next class. I see someone is asking for the materials. Yes, the materials will be shared before the end of the day. And then the recorded version, the link to the YouTube channel, uploaded video on YouTube channel will be shared on Monday, because we have to download and then edit and upload. So you'd get the link on Monday, but the materials will be shared in the Telegram group before the end of the day. So you'd have something to read up and work with during the weekend, as the case may be. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Having you interact with us and has made this class very interesting, and thank you very much. So special thanks to Ayola, special thanks to Olugbenga, special thanks to Saki for facilitating today's class and making it very interesting for all of us. Thank you very much. Let's put a round of applause in the chat room as we appreciate them for their time in class today. Let's put a round of applause in the chat room, please. And then we see everybody in the remedial class as well as subsequent classes. Do have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. Stay happy and stay blessed. We see you again in the next class. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.